Yeah, hi Larry, Jenna, and student. Yeah, the sessions will be more useful for the students and the working professionals, everyone. So let's start the sessions. So this is a Mubin from AllPro Trainings. As I'm just going to take over the webinar. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, the trainer, as well in the link. So you can ask the trainer as well after the webinar completed. So I will clarify the. First of all, I welcome you all. A great evening. So I will first of all I will explain you the what are sessions you are going to through the session. So this is the webinar overview. First, the introduction participant that you already did. So second one is the webinar content for the 45 minutes, and third one is the queries for 20 minutes, and then 5 minutes for the student guide. What are the guides we are providing you? That will be a 5 minutes, and then I will tell you the APT, that is the AllPro Trainings office. And if you have any queries and feedback, you can go ahead with the last 5 minutes. This is the introductions. So I will introduce our AllPro Trainings. One second. So first of all, I am just welcome you all. So welcome to AllPro Trainings. And I will share you my profile, our profile here. So AllPro Trainings Private Limited as an Indian government approved company that offers the technologies and soft skills training to students, freshers, experienced and professional to level up their career. And what we are doing, we are providing training in IT, information technology, electrical and electronics, soft skill courses. So uh, our vision is to provide the professional training to more than 10 million people worldwide. Our mission is to provide the high quality training with L experience to trainer. Sorry, the timeline I'm just explain you. And 2020 we started institute founded first and batch for the students enrolled. In December 2020, we successfully expanded college and corporate trainings. In 2021, formed a partnership with the foreign clients. And the timeline is 2022, launched internship training programs and reached 330,000 students globally and recognized as a leading training institute in 2024. So our service is individual training, corporate training, college trainings. So individual training is a free webinar overview of the technologies, and will provide the certificate for all the participants. And flash course will be the, or we call the workshop, 5 to 10 hours live workshop. So basic of the technology we will give, and the full course 35 hours the live practical classes and designed to work on live projects and to achieve professional certifications. And the global reaches, we have India, USA, Canada, Australia, UK, and other European countries. So this is why you choose us. So learn your convenient timings, practical live hands-on sessions, resume preparation cell, sample resumes, mock interviews, interview questions, lifelong community support, job guidance until you get a job, course completion certificate, daily job links, LinkedIn recommendation, and certification vouchers, direct job referral through the AllPro consultancy. So these are the courses we are offering: the RPA, cloud, artificial front-end ARP tools, and we offer the back-end database automation testing CRM tools. These are the courses we are offering, not on the AWS. These all we are officially verified WhatsApp, Instagram, and we are proud to be an Indian government approved private limited company. Our official WhatsApp and Instagram accounts are meta verified for reliability. So this is our client details, this is for our social media on followers details, and this is our clients. So TCS, Capgemini, Mindtree, Accenture, and HCL. Certification scores also available for Blue Prism, AWS, Power BI, this is Power Automata, Selenium, So this is the AllPro Trainings information. Thanks for patience for those all who listening. So just we are going to be more webinar session. Hi, Clayton. He's our going to take the webinar trainer. He trained more than 100 plus candidates in our in our training institute. He is the one person going to take the training for you all. Hi, Clayton.
Hey, hi, Mubin.
Yeah, please take over the webinar. If you have any doubts, you can ask directly to the trainer or else ping in the chat. Maybe he will know about that. Thank you.
Thanks, Mubin. So let me take it over from here.
Sure.
Okay, so very good evening to everyone. So to start off, right, so instead of anyway, I'll have my presentation open, right? Everyone will be on scene. All right. So we can have this session as more interactive rather than it's monotone on my end. Um, so hope you guys all are aware of what cloud computing is all about and where AWS is there and how the market is being um, currently being led by AWS. So can anyone please brief a bit about cloud computing and why the businesses are moving from the traditional on-premises to AWS? Can someone please brief it in a line? Um, Give me a second. I'm not sure where I need to check the chat here. Here we go. Right. Okay. Could someone please brief it in a line, a brief introduction on cloud computing is all about, so that right I can directly pitch into the demonstration part rather to spend much time on the basic introduction. If you want, you can unmute yourself and you can even speak up over the call as well. Besides, can someone also please confirm whether I'm audible or Mubin, am I audible? Uh, Mubin or someone can please confirm if I'm audible. Guys, can someone please confirm? Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me confirm. Just give me a second. Hey, I'm back. I'm really sorry. Actually, I just checked with Mubin. I'm sorry. Like, I don't think you guys could unmute yourself and respond over the call. Even I'm also not able to see your responses in my chat window for some reason. Uh, Probably Mubin is working on it. Perfect. Perfect. Now I'm able to see it. Okay, sounds good. Uh, can someone please quickly uh, brief about cloud computing? Why cloud computing, and what cloud computing is all for? Can someone please respond? Like, you can speak up. Just write it in a single word. Why cloud computing? Why AWS?
For bulk data storage.
For bulk data storage, that's a good point. Okay, we do have many services related to data storage. That's a really good point. Apart from that,
to store multiple locations.
okay,
It's a platform where applications are loaded so we
store
can access from anywhere.
the data
Like
in multiple
accessibility.
locations to achieve. Okay, as you say, we have many services related to platform as a service that in turn access uh, deployment um, deployment server wherein we can host the web applications directly rather to maintain the whole infra. That's correct, absolutely. And as someone said, um, we can store the data in multiple regions, or we can host our services in multiple regions so that we can achieve the high availability and disaster recovery and whatnot, right? We do have many such failover terms. You can name it, okay? Everything can go. Uh, I mean, uh, so fault tolerance and whatnot, right? We can go with AWS and we can rely on AWS or any cloud computing platform. It's not only with AWS. We have Azure, Google Cloud. We have Alibaba, IBM's Oracle, um, and Akamai, and
Hi, Cliton. You are in mute.
how about now? I'm sorry, actually, there's some lag in my internet. I just corrected it. Okay. Okay. Rather going through all these slides, I will.
From my end screen also not visible. Can anyone confirm?
Mhm.
So from my end couldn't see your screen. So
Give me
anyone
one
facing the
second.
same?
Yeah, not able to see the screen.
Okay.
Give me one second. Let me rejoin, please. Let me rejoin.
Sure.
Okay. Hope my screen is visible now, and I'm loud and clear. Can someone please confirm?
Yes,
Your
we can
voice
see
is
this
breaking.
document here.
Perfect. All right. So
Some
okay.
glitches happening from your end actually.
Okay, give me 1 second. Just please bear with me for 1 second, please. Okay, how about now? Hope I'm
Actually, your voice is breaking.
still it's breaking.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. In that case, I'll try. I mean, switch to another network, please. Give me 1 minute time. I'll be back.
So we couldn't hear your voice.
Moving, this session will be recorded, right? You will share the link, right?
Yes, but who participate are available at the end of the until end of the sessions. For those participants only, we provide the certificates.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
because some glitches being happening in between
Yeah,
the session,
maybe
right?
trainer
That's why. Yeah.
having some issues in that network. Let me check. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Fine. I think I have just another network, and I'll be able to. Okay. Fine. So can someone please Mubin, like, could you please give the access to share my screen?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and continue.
Hey, thanks. And tell me sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. All right, guys. So I'll share this deck with you. You can just go through the certifications being you can pursue um, in AWS. Okay, and it's like more of basic. You can get to know more about the basics of cloud computing, why cloud computing, so how the transition's been happened, from where everything's been listed here. I will come to this later, but for today's demo, I'll quickly jump into EC2. I hope everyone is aware of EC2. It's a Elastic Cloud Compute, 2Cs. So that they named it as EC2. So instead of provisioning our own infrastructure or the data center, we could get the virtual machines from AWS or any cloud computing. Here we have EC2. So we can spin up the instances, the machines or the boxes, and we can have our applications hosted or deployed. That's it. That's a concept of EC2. Okay. Let's say this is our virtual machine. Okay. So I'll correlate this with the kickstarting or starting up our own business. Say at some point in time, everyone would have some ideology or some interest to pursue our own business as well. So correct me if I'm wrong. No businesses would survive in this world without hosting their services in internet. Uh, can someone please correct me if I'm wrong here? So we don't need a server to host our application, be it a front end, be it back end, be it the database. We need to have a server to support to host that application. So here today we are gonna host a web application. So that we do need a virtual machine for the same. Virtual machine is nothing but a box. We can get it in AWS, and we can pay it for the usage for the hourly basis. All right. So let's get into the point here. So can someone tell me, like, if you happen to start off a business, what would be the business? It would be like any arbitrary business. You don't have to like mainly specific the business name or disclose your name, but can someone please disclose any business name, any idea you have in future?
Like we can have like a all-in-one app.
All-in-one application.
Yes. Which
Mhm.
means, for example, we
Sounds
have the jobs for we have application for a job things, we have application for the food order, or we have application for the booking tickets like that, right? Instead, it like we
Mhm.
can have it in the centralized applications, and we can have it like that.
And what technologies would you need to build this application? Front end,
Like
back
me,
end? Of-
like
Mhm.
maybe we can go for like Node.js.
Are you a Node.js developer?
I'm a full stack developer, I know it.
Sorry, can you come again?
Yeah. Node.js developer.
Oh, sounds good. Oh, sounds good. Sounds good. Perfect. So I think you would also be having some exposure towards three-tier application, right? Three-tier in the sense
Yeah.
you'd be working on some front end, back end, and the database. Anyway, that we can come to later. Okay, during our real-time sessions, we'll talk about more about that. But today's session, as we do have, I mean, the divergence of audience comprises of like fresh graduates and even the college students and even the experiences. We shall go with HTML, a simple HTML application. Experts from front end. Your good name again?
Dinesh.
Dinesh. Okay, Dinesh. Just we can go with HTML now. The all-in-one
Yeah.
application
You
is
can,
being
yeah.
built in. Yeah, built in HTML. So in order to run this application, we need a server, web server. So today we are gonna install any web server, be it HTTP or Apache or Tomcat. So we shall install HTTP. We need a HTTP server. Okay. So this virtual machine would act as a server. So you, as and when it gets the request from the end users, that is us through the internet, it would give the response back. That's the motto here, theme here. Okay. And this is very basic. I totally agree. For starting a business, we can have one machines, but as and when our business expands or our service it's being leveraged or being used by end users as much as being expected, we do need to have n number of virtual machines to support. Let's say we need to have 4 virtual machines, right? Let's go here. Go to EC2. We will talk about all the authentication, authorization, and the IAM and all other services related to security, related to storage, related to analytics, related to compute, whatnot, right? In our future sessions. But today we shall concentrate keenly on EC2. So just go here and spin up one instance. I'm picking the Amazon's base image, Linux image. Okay, we could have pick any base images from Ubuntu, RHEL, SUSE, Debian. All right. Even you can spin up the Windows machine as well as the Mac OS machine. But I'm going with Linux here. I'm going with the T2 Micro, which comes under free tier. If if you want to if you want more configuration in terms of compute, in terms of storage, in terms of RAM, you could go with the other variants as well, but it would cost. It incurs some cost. So T2 comes with free of cost, but with a very limited compute and resource configuration, resource capacity. So I'm going to create a new keeper. You could either create this as a PEM file or a PPK file. That's up to you. I'm going with .ppk now. Create a new security group. We are going to allow SSH traffic, HTTP and HTTPS traffic from, across the world, from anywhere in this world, anywhere in this planet. And we are going with the base storage of 8 GB. You could have max up to 30 GB of SSD storage, but I'm going with 8 GB. Here in the advanced details, you can skip all this part. We shall discuss this later at some point in time. So here in the user data, we can have our scripts configured, or we can have a scripts defined, so that, right, while the instance gets created, whatever the script we put inside this box would get configured, pre-configured. So we would get a pre-configured instance at the end. So this is the theme here, okay? So I have the script handy. I'll do one thing. I'll quickly check with ChatGPT. So see, no matter we could get help from any AI tools to create our own front-end applications, be it in any coding, any programming language. It would help to a certain extent. Copying this code, and I'm going to copy this. paste it here. And I have not asked. Copy this code and just put it inside these two the tags, header tags. See, I'll tell you quickly. This is a shell script. Okay, it would update the yum package and it would install the HTTP server, start the HTTP server, and enable it. And eventually, it would write this content, whatever you put inside these two places, right? It would write it inside this particular HTML file. This file would get created automatically while the HTTP server gets created. Okay, so you just put it inside this two tags and copy the whole content, and you paste it inside this box. This is a user data. So as I had mentioned earlier, whatever you put it inside this box would get configured while the machine gets created. It's like we buy the house furnished. So some people would prefer to have a furnished house to be bought, right? So that's a concept here. So you can analogically correlate this concept with buying a house, a fully furnished house. Okay. So I'm going to launch this instance. For time being, I'm going to launch only one instance. I'm just going to launch it here. I have launched in Mumbai region. Okay, in one availability zone, in one subnet, in one data center. So as a whole, I should have mentioned this way before. See, we have more than 25 plus regions out there in world. Um, see, each region comprises of 2 to max up to 6 data centers. Nothing but subnets, nothing but availability zones. Okay. Um, so if any services gets failed in one subnet, it would automatically, there would be one another service being running in another subnet as well. So we, in real time, services would get hosted in at the least 2 subnets in a region. Okay. As someone said, yes, we could even host our services in different regions also. But again, that's up to the company's budget, the services budget, and the users' necessity and whatnot, right? There's so much scenarios been involved, but of course we could even host our services in multiple regions as well. But there's some specific scenarios been involved that we can discuss it later. Okay, now the instance is getting created and the script, whatever we have defined inside the box, is getting configured side by side, hand in hand. It's working. Okay, so it's getting initialized. Let's wait for a while. Hey, in the interim, I would like to know more about something. It was multi-card. Who can someone let me know who are all, who are all, I mean, uh, have seen this card in your childhood? Have you seen this card, multi-card?
Obviously, every 90s kids know this one, right?
Perfect. Okay. So I'll brief it once. So this card, right? It would have the characters. So if we tilt it right, the characters would get changed. So this card would have multiple characters. Okay. So likewise, I'll tell you that. Likewise, we have a special component here in EC2 that would have multiple AMIs. Okay. All right. I'm gonna copy this IP and I'm gonna hit it in the browser. So this code has not been give me a second. I think the files, it has got its default content. I think the code has not been written into this file. That's the reason here. I'll quickly log into this instance. That is the issue. There is some indentation mismatch. I think that's the reason the code got. I mean, I think this is the issue. I think this is the issue. See, there is a space. Anyway, I'll create this file. Okay. So by default, this directory got created. We have the HTTP server up and running. We should be having the HTTP server up running. Let's check that. Systemstl. It's enabled, right? It's loaded and it's active. Fine. So all we need to do is to create a file. I'm going to create an index.html file manually. My bad. There was an indentation error, so that's why the file not got created. Okay, that was the issue. Anyway, all we need to do is to copy this code to here and just write it here. Just save it. And if you try to refresh, yeah, it works. Okay. So see, this is the website we were discussing about. So I mean, this is a very static website. Even it's not even dynamic. That's fine. Totally fine. All right. So we have one machine. We can disclose this IP with our end users. But instead of disclosing the IP, we should be having some certain DNS name mapped in the first place that we can discuss about later in while we discuss about Route 53. We should own a domain name, and later we could map the particular domain name with respective IPs or set of IPs or with a load balancer. Later at some point in time, we can discuss about it. Okay. Fine. So this is our website. Okay, this is our service being hosted in that particular server. So we are hitting the IP and we are getting the response. So that particular machine acts as a server. So it serves the purpose, right? It serves the purpose. The machine serves the purpose. The EC2 serves the purpose. So I'll tell you. I'll teach you one more interesting concept here. We have one machine. We have one machine. But our requirement is okay today. Okay, there is a very limited load and a very less number of people accessing our site. So that right, the server could handle the load. Say tomorrow or day by day or over the time in future, many users are like start accessing this particular service. And do you think this machine alone can handle the load? Of course not, right? So you can even gauge or monitor the performance here. See, there are so many metrics associated with this particular virtual machine. As like we have this task manager in our machine, right? We have all the processes, and we can check the performance of a machine, right? Likewise, we have certain metrics being associated with this particular virtual machine that acts as a monitoring platform. Okay? Even we could configure this with CloudWatch. This we can discuss it later at some point in time. So okay, our motto is to scale these machines. Okay, as and when the request gets increased, it should automatically scale up. Okay, it should automatically scale vertically. Sorry, it's horizontally. I think I confused. Okay, so there are two types of scaling. Okay, one is horizontal and one is vertical. Vertical is to increase the size of the instance. Size in the sense, in terms of capacity, in terms of compute, in terms of storage, in terms of RAM, in terms of SSD. Okay, horizontal in terms of increasing the capacity in terms of count. Okay. In most of the cases, in the industry, they would go with horizontal scaling. Why? That's a very simplest method, rather to go with the vertical scaling. Okay, that's of a very tedious one, and it incurs time. It incurs much cost as well. All right, and it incurs much effort as well. Okay, so we shall go with horizontal scaling. I'm gonna take an AMI out from it of this particular running instance at Amazon machine image. Okay, it's a copy of your base image. So this image would act as a baseline server. So all we need to do is to stop this instance. Just stop it. In other words, we are going to clone this machine to n number of machines. Okay. Okay, once it's stopped, just go here, go to actions, go to images, and create an image out from it. And I'm gonna name this image as version 1. And I'm gonna create this. So while the image is, okay, let's wait for the image to get created. You can find the newly created image over here. These are the Okay, so this is my image which is getting created. Let's wait for a while. So in the interim, as like the Cheetos multi-card, we can have many characters created. Characters in the sense we can have many versions created. See, today we have the violet background. Okay, a dark blue background. So tomorrow, let's say I need to deploy a red colored background. Okay, in that case, I'll tell you the trick here. Okay, we call it as a rolling update. In industry, we call it as a rolling update. The deployment strategies are, I mean, most often you would be asked to tell them the deployment strategies. We have blue green, we have rolling update, we have a number of strategies out there. So we shall go with rolling update. So let's wait for the AMA to get created. Okay, so the AMA is created. See, here we can spin up a number of instances out from this AMI. You just need to go select this option and you can give the number of instances. Automatically, everything will get pre-configured as and when the new instances get created. Okay, but we are not gonna do that. Rather, what we are gonna do, we are gonna create the auto scaling group. We are going to go with horizontal scaling inside an auto scaling group. ASG stands for auto scaling group, right? See, auto scaling group need a template. Okay, it needs a template. The template is nothing but the multi-card. We just seen that card, right? It was multi-card. Okay, this template would be having many versions of AMI 1, AMI 2. It could even have n number of AMIs, but for time being, I'm going with 2 AMIs. We already have taken one AMI out from our baseline, that is version 1. Okay. So what I'll start this instance again. Since it's a baseline server, we could make this baseline server as a sandbox. Okay, I mean we can use this box. Machine as a sandbox. Start the instance again. See, as and when this mission gets started, your public IP would get changed. Okay, we have one another solution called Elastic IP. Once we attach the Elastic IP, this public IP would remain constant. That we can discuss about it later. But for time being, we can make use of the dynamic public IP. Who's this? I'll open this. I'll recreate this file with the red colored background. I need these 2 tags, right? Copy these tags. And just a tag. Oh, okay.
How dare you? Dare you find the gun also? இதுக்கெல்லாம் உங்ககிட்ட எங்க டைம் இருக்கு? நான் என்ன பண்றது? கன் பசுக்கா டேங்க்னு கடிச்சதை எடுத்துட்டு போனேன். கமலே கன் பசுக்கா டேங்க்னு கடிச்சது. அதை அரெஸ்ட் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. ஜெயிலுக்கு போயிருப்பாடி. நான் மட்டும் தலையிடாம இருந்துட்டா தலையிட வேண்டாம்ப்பா. நான் ஜெயிலுக்கு போறேன்.
I think someone has to go on mute. Can please wait for someone ensure to go on mute. I think we are hearing some background noise.
Baramurgan, can we do that one?
இவனையும் சொல்லாதீங்கப்பா. என்னாச்சு? I'm sure he doesn't even care. அவங்க உயிரோட இருக்காங்க இல்லையா? உயிரோட தான் இருக்காங்க. சும்மா பயமுறுத்து அப்படி செஞ்சேன். அக்கா நீ அழாத. நாளையில இருந்து காலேஜ்ல எல்லாருமே
Balamurugan, kindly mute your mic.
என்ன நடக்கணுமா?
Can you hear me, sir?
காலேஜ்ல அக்கா ராகிங் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
Yeah, I can hear you. I would request.
2 நிமிஷம். 2 நிமிஷத்துக்கு.
I think host can mute it. Yeah, he did it.
Perfect. Sounds good. Okay, so we have a new version also created. This version will be having the background color as red. The first version will be having background color as violet. I think it's violet or blue or dark blue. I'm not sure. Violet, right? Lavender. Okay,
It's
any
violet.
color. Okay, yeah, it's violet. Okay, so this is red. Fine. We wouldn't be see this IP is lost. Okay, see as I had like opened it, I am able to see the output, but this IP is lost. Currently, the machine has got this IP. So fine. So we are going to follow the same approach here. We are going to stop this instance. Hey, it doesn't mean like you need to stop this instance while you take the AMI, but it's a standard approach, a decent approach to stop your running instance before taking an AMI out from it. Okay.
Clayton, one question. Like you're taking like a image, you are creating some image from the existing server, right? So the same
correct.
instance with the same instance IP will be prolonged with that, right?
Okay, this IP would get varied as and when I start the machine.
Okay.
So we can have the elastic IP map to this instance.
Yeah, we can do the
so-
elastic IP to make a constant IP. That's
Yeah,
fine.
That's
But
correct.
my question
That's
is
correct.
like, we are going to create an image for each instance, right?
No,
As
that's
you
not
said,
that's
like
not what. No, that's not what we are going to do now. This is just a diagram. One image would get deployed in all the instances. While we launch the auto scaling group, with the help of the template, only one version would get deployed at any point in time, spanning the instances.
okay, you are saying like
why
each instance having only the one image, you are saying, right?
That's correct. Only one image.
Okay. Okay.
See, the reason why I'm taking multiple versions, right? You would have noticed the strategy which being followed by Swiggy and all. Swiggy and Zomato,
Yes.
they used to like change their background. During
Yes.
Christmas time, they would have some Christmas background. See, now they have red color. Yesterday it was in some other color while I checked. So even Zomato would do the same, and even Macy's, Walmart, Target, Costco, Sears. And this is from retail, Reliance. All the businesses who do this deployments. I mean, when it comes to the front-end application, of course, logically, there ought to have some changes in the logical in backend as well that we can come across later at some point in time. I'm completely speaking about the front-end application, that to a base of HTML, basic HTML. Okay, so I have taken two versions. So I have stopped the instance. I'll create one more image from this. I'm gonna name this as version 2. Okay, let this instance be in stop state. We don't have to disturb this. As long as the image is created successfully, that's fine. Okay. Let's wait for a while. Okay, as I had already said, to launch the auto scaling group, we need a template in the first place. So here we can find the template. Hey, these are all comes for your interview as well, for your certifications. While you go with the cloud practitioner, while you go with the solution architect, associate, professional, no matter what, definitely under the compute category, you would be having plethora of questions. Trust me, this would also come as a interview questions for you. Go with lots templates. Actually, my subconscious mind would never care about the resources being created. So it would see. I have today alone I have seen many resources being not deleted. Okay, it would incur cost over the run. Anyway, I'm going to create a new template. I'm going to create it as a all-in-one business. Template. Okay, it's a observer. Version 1. So for the version 1, I'm gonna map the version 1. So I have two versions created. I have so I'm gonna map the version 1, which is in violet color. So I'm going with the T2 micro keeper, which we have created already, all in one. If we have the security groups being created already, you can attach that, or you can even create a new security group. I'm gonna allow SSH. HTTP and HTTPS traffic across the world. So go with this option, this option, and this option. And eventually, you don't have to care about all this thing. Even you don't have to care about user data and all. See, the machine. Okay, this template would get created with the version 1 of the image. Okay, it's just a form. Template is nothing but a form. That form would be having version 1. Okay. So the template is ready. It has got the default version is 1, and of course it has got only one version in the first place. So in order to add more versions or more images, you can go here and you can go with this option. Red color. So I'm gonna pick the second version of AMI. So I'm gonna create the template version. So in the same template, I have added one another version or the one another image here. So as a whole, in the same template, we are able to find two versions, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Okay. See, this is what I had earlier correlated with the Cheetos multi-card. As we had seen multiple characters in the same card, we could see multiple versions or multiple AMIs in the same template. So this is the correlation here. This is the analogical correlation here. So we have the template ready. The template has got two versions, and we have the violet color as a default version. As to answer your question here, yes, of course, while the auto-scaling group gets created, while the instances gets created inside that auto-scaling group, only one version or only one image would get deployed spanning the instances inside the auto-scaling group. So before provisioning the auto-scaling group, of course, we could have the load balancers created automatically, but I'll do that manually for some reason. Okay, we'll talk about the load balancers at some point in later. Load balancers is something like it would split the traffic across the instances. Okay, I'll just draw it here. It acts as like a load balancing component here. See, load balancer come along with the target group. So both comes works hand in hand. If it is a application load balancer, yeah, of course, we need to define the target group also. Target groups would check for the healthiness, the live probe of the healthy instances, and it would split the traffic spanning the instances.
Can you tell me like what is the main purpose of load balancer?
To split the traffic, incoming traffic, to different instances based on the path based or region based. It would split the traffic. Say we have 100 requests.
Okay.
Okay, 100 users accessing the auto scaling group. Okay, our application would be running in multiple instances inside the auto scaling. This load balancer would split the traffic to different instances evenly, so that one instance would not get overloaded at any point in time. Okay, this arrow is not getting inside this box for some reason. Okay, so 30% of traffic would go to this instance, 30% of traffic would go to this instance. Okay, you got my point, right? So that the instances would not overloaded. Earlier, while we had accessed our baseline server, right, you could even notice the spike in the CloudWatch method. The CPU would have been, see, there are some spikes, right? If it reaches 90% or 100%, definitely your server would go down, and there would be very less feasibilities to recover your server once you happen to encounter any outages. So that's why to avoid that, we are gonna go with this auto scaling group. As and when the request gets increased, automatically number of instances would get increased based on the value we set. We set 3 different values here: minimum, average, and maximum. Minimum. Hey guys, trust me, these are all interview questions. These are all the main components of EC2. I'm just disclosing it for disclosing it as like that. If you tell this to your interviewer, of course anyone get impressed and you would get hired. No matter what, they would not scrutinize your knowledge more than this. Okay, I mean, when it comes to EC2, okay, one particular service.
Suppose if we have only one instance, okay. Like we have only one instance, okay. Like we have to get like a 100 requests per minute per second. We are getting it. So this load balancer is going to be handled this request and it will be sent to our instance, right? So this load balancer, whether we need to create for each instance or it will be created at only one particular instance itself.
That's a good question. There would involve only one load balancer or one target for n number of instances, or for one auto scaling group.
Okay.
So anyway, we have come to this part alone, so don't get confused. So we have just completed we have created a baseline server. We have configured our baseline script, and we have taken one image out from it. And we have stopped the instance. We have put another type of script with the red color, and we have taken respective image out from that. As a whole, we have got two images in hand, and we have created the launch template. Right. So now what we are going to do, we are going to create the load balances. I'll wind up at 7:30. I'll not take much time. So we need to create the target group. We are going to target the instances. Next. So there is no available instances. Let it be. Go to load balancer. There are different types of load balancers. We are supposed to know what all the load balances out there and what's the use case. Here, we are going with application load balancer. Why? We're going to access our application through HTTP and HTTPS protocol, which is the application layer 7 protocol. You could go back to your 12th grade or your college days. You'll be able to recall our multiple layers we had learned as part of the networking networking classes, right? So we are going with that approach. So that's why we are going with application load balancer. I'm going to name this load balancer as one. Internet facing IPv4. I'm going to host this in 2 availability zones for a safer bet. I'm going to go with the default VPC, and I'm going to select our target group. We have already done that, right? We created the target group instances.
See, we don't have any instance, right?
Okay, maybe. Okay, actually, I had not opted it. No, that's fine. Even if there is no instances, that's fine. Targets groups can get created. Either you could map it manually, or you can leave it to auto scaling group. That would automatically map the running instances inside the auto scaling group to the target group. In turn, the load balancer would get to know, okay, that to split it based on the healthiness scope from the target. So here we can now select the target group. Blah blah blah. Leave this. We shall discuss this later. And trust me, these are all some additional security features we can mount on top of the load balancer for DDoS attacks and for some security related purpose. But it comes with some additional cost. But for time being, this is not required. So create the load balancer. So load balancer is created. It's getting provisioned. Before that, I'll go here and I'll attach our customized security group that allows HTTP, HTTPS, and SSH traffic to that particular load balancer as well. Load balancer would be having a DNS name. Okay, we can copy this DNS name and we can. So rather to, instead of accessing one IP at a time, we can simply access this load balancer's DNS. In turn, we could access our application running inside this instances. That's a motto here, right? All right. What else? Okay. I'll go with the auto scaling group here now. All in one. Select the launch template. I'm going with the default version, that is Violet. Guys, please shoot me questions. You can bombard me with any questions. You don't have to be silent. As and when you happen to, to get clarified, please get clarified with me. I'm gonna with the two subnets. As we have the existing load balancer, I'm gonna select our load balancer's name. That's it. Next. Okay, here comes the calculation. Okay, see, as we know, this is a startup, so definitely there will be having a very less usage of the service. So the desired capacity, we can go with 4, or we can go with 2. Okay, minimum capacity, I'll go with 2 again, so that it would not scale down at any point in time, even though we had like 0 usage. It would not go down at any point in time. 2 servers would be running up and running, max up to 4. Okay, let's say if any CPU usage, in any of the servers, CPU usage gets more than 80% or 70%, it would spin up one other instance. So likewise, it would spin up max up to 4 instances. Max up to 4 instances. Right. So here, for time being, the desired capacity is 4 and the minimum capacity is 2. Minimum and desired capacity is 2. So at any point in time, 2 instances would be up and running. At any, a maximum peak load, it would spin up max up to 4. That's a theme here. Okay. All right. So I'll go with the launch before terminating the rolling update, which we will discuss about later. Okay. Here the policy should be like as and when in any of the instances the CPU utilization crosses more than 70% or 80%, automatically new instances would get spun up. So that's a motto here. I'll go with next and next and next, and eventually create the auto scaling group. You can even click this and find. See, 2 instances get spun up. Okay. This is being done by the auto scaling. Go here and find, right? 2 instances will get created. See, 2 instances getting created. See, all we need to do is to access this application load balancers DNS name. That's it. See, the traffic is being, and let's say I'm hitting it rigorously. I'm hitting it. Okay. So in a minute, I'm hitting 100 times. So 100 requests is being sent to the load balancer. In turn, it goes to the target group. With the help of the target group, it's been split to these 2 instances, 50%, 50%. Right. Let's say if any one instances gets maximum CPU usage, say if it crosses 70%, okay, so it will be visible only after 5 minutes. Okay, we need to wait for 5 minutes for the data. If it crosses 80%, automatically one another instance would get spun up automatically. Likewise, if it even this instance also get max up to 80%, one another instance would be spun up. Automatically it scale up and scale down based on the value we set here. That's a whole theme here. Okay, that's a whole point here. But our intention is to, hey, tomorrow, this is Saturday. Tomorrow, I need to have red colored theme deployed in all our instances, in all the 2 instances. So we are going with the blue-green approach, the deployment approach. It's a very simple approach that I'll disclose it in our next classes. Okay. So now we have the violet color, right? It's a very simple rollback update. It's a simple rec. It would automatically deploy the second version through across all these instances. Okay, so as and when you hit the same load balancer DNS, it would automatically the red color would automatically be shown. Without any outage, without any interruption in the services, across the end users, it would deploy the new code. Seamlessly, it would deploy the new code. it would create a number of instances again, and it would deploy the new code, and it would delete the running instances. Okay, so that's how the deployment strategy works. Even I can show that now only. Go here. Here, there's an instance refresh, right? For that, go here, modify the version of your launch template in the auto scaling group. Go here, edit it to 2, and update it. And go to instance refresh and start the instance refresh now. See, it's been started. So if you start hitting that, right, you'll get to know the difference. What it does, under the hood, behind the scenes, it would spin up one more instance, and it would deploy the red color. It's violet, right? These two are violet. It would deploy the red color, and once this has been deployed and created, it would terminate this instance. It would terminate this instance. So that's how the auto scaling group works. I mean, the instance refresh would work. We call it as a rolling update. We have n number of strategies out there. And we do even have a number of strategies to outrun all this waiting time. There are so much optimization techniques, gimmicks out there in AWS, especially when it comes to EC2, that we can learn it about later. Those are all the interview questions for you. Would be your interview questions. See, earlier back in 2020, if you ask, okay, they had hardly asked us, okay, what is EC2? What is virtual machines? That's it. But nowadays, trust me, the interviews are very tough. They are like interviewing 20 to 30 candidates. Out of 30, they are picking only 2 or 3. So they are like gauging your knowledge on very depth, based on the optimization, cost optimization, performance optimization. There are so much pillars out there. Scopes, I would say, scalability, operational excellence, performance efficiency, sustainability, reliability. Based on that, based on the well-architected framework, we need to define the services and its gimmicks. Okay, that we can later discuss. So I think deployed. It would take time. See, it's been deployed, right? Seamlessly, it's been deployed. Now. I'm able to deploy the newer version of AM. It's a matter of seconds. Okay, it's a matter of minutes. See, that's how the cloud computing and the two EC2 instances works as a whole. All right. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. This was our demo for today. Any queries? Please feel free to ask your doubts. I'll be happy to help you to solve. Guys, any queries to get clarified? So once you are done with your demo, please terminate all the resources associated with auto scaling group. You would get charged for each. Even for the AMIs.
So the same would be applicable for Lambda, AWS Lambda, or it's going to be a different one?
Lambda is like a function as a service. Here, whatever we have seen, this is the infrastructure as a service. Functions, we ought to write some Python code in Boto 3, if I'm not wrong. And that Boto 3 module would get executed as and when it gets some events from any other services.
Okay.
There ought to be some connectivity spanning the services in AWS. So Lambda acts as a function as a service. So that Lambda would again eliminate the cost incur to invoke any service, right? You can make use of Lambda.
Yeah.
Even we
Okay.
can, as part of the session, if time permits, I can add Lambda also in the module, in the syllabus. We can even get to know more about Lambda for 1 or 2 hours straight. Real-time examples.
Okay.
Tanvi, absolutely no. We would not be able to create an AWS free tier account without shelling out 2 rupees from our pocket or from the credit card. You would get charged 2 rupees in the very first place, and it would get credited back to your credit card in a day or two. But for the verification purpose, we ought to need to have a credit card mapped. Hey, actually, this is just a just tip of the iceberg in EC2. There are so many strategies out there for the deployment. We could even leverage Ansible. We could put Ansible here in this baseline. We could deploy it, for the configuration management, and even for the infrastructure provision, we could make use of Ansible here. We could make use of Boto 3. Yeah.
Like for an automation
and
deployment, we can use that in Ansible.
exactly. DevOps, right? Ansible also plays a vital role in the DevOps ecosystem, the landscape. So, as a whole, yeah, I would suggest you to guys to keep abreast with the latest technologies and terminologies spanning the products. So it doesn't mean like you need to learn only AWS. You should keep tab on Azure as well. You need to keep tab on Google Cloud as well. Nowadays, like interviewers, they are like keen to know, gauge your, even our knowledge on multi-cloud. The same EC2 service would be there in Azure and Google Cloud and any other cloud, but with a different name. The same approach would be there, deployment approach, but with a different name. That's it. Nothing much, nothing less. So I would again request you to guys to keep tab on at least 3 clouds, AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. As and when you happen to unlock one service, please refer the other clouds. There are similar services in the other cloud. That way, right? We could have some confidence while we take any interviews going.
Yeah, great, man. It is a perfect demo. Yeah.
Thank you, Dinesh.
Do you all have any questions? So you can ask to trainer. Maybe he will clarify. So I'm audible. Riton, we don't hear your voice.
Okay. Actually, I'm waiting for the participants to shoot me any questions related to the certifications, related to the training. I'd be much obliged to respond back. I think we have all the participants in the call. I would really appreciate if you could speak up and shoot me some questions. Hope the college dropouts, the freshers. I'm giving a heads up here. The industry is volatile now, and it's much of challenging. I'm not like imposing any anything negative here, but the expectation is being set a bit high. Okay, as I had mentioned earlier, you are supposed to convince the interviewer that you are capable to get deployed in the real-time project, rather to get trained to give you training and again to spend much of cost and much of time into you for your training. You should be able to convince the interviewer, hey, I am capable enough to get deployed directly into the project. That there would be of additional training required to me. Okay, you need to prove yourself, okay, during an interview. So I would again request you to read the white papers from AWS, from any cloud. Go through their blogs, their official site. It would be of much helpful. Trust me. You can learn many things. So keep learning, keep unlocking new things, be productive. Again, be an inspirational, over the time in your career. All the very best. So I'm taking as a no to the questionnaire here. So over to you, Mubin. Thanks much for the opportunity.
Sure. Thanks for the Riton. It's a great webinar. Hope that everybody has same drop the chat as well. So I will share my screen and I will also explain you more about AllPro Trainings, what we have. Maybe is that useful to you all. I hope everyone can see my screen. Can anyone confirm? Thank you, Srinivas, for your thank you, Srinivas, for your response.
See your screen.
Yeah, thank you so much. So here I'm just going to explain AllPro Training Student Guide. What we have, the great part for candidates who joined in our institute. So first of all, we have the APT 5 forces. What is the APT 5 forces? Actually, a simple learning methodology and students recall, creativity explanations, fingertip materials, and additional bonus. These all 5 forces we have. And what are the method we are using for teaching? So we have the simple teaching methodology, 6 sessions. For each sessions having 75 minutes. And first sessions have 10 minutes and yesterday class revisions and doubt clearance. And second sessions we have 20 minutes, today's class topics, and third session 15 minutes. Students practice time of the today's topic, and 4 sessions have the 15 minutes the day class topics, and session 5 10 minutes and student practice time. In section 6 and 5 minutes, students recalls today's class with a trainer. So totally it's a 75 minutes per day. 75 minutes you can learn in our so the habit loop is first one is the cue and routine and reward. This is the habit loop. You can follow that same. Then we have the learning pyramids. That is the divided into 3 and auditory, visual, and aesthetic. So it is that 5% lecture and 10% reading, 20% audiovisual, and 30% demonstrations, 50% discussion, 75% during practice, and 90% teach others. So this is the learning pyramid. And creative explanations, we will provide you the different kinds of courses. So e-learning, e-coaching, and collab learning, virtual classrooms. So e-learning, they using online tools, video, text, or audio. So e-coaching, personal training through Zoom or Skype. The collab learning, the chat discussions forums. And final one is the visual classrooms, the group coaching online. The OneNote, we have the more productivity, save your timing and save your money, the reductions in error. So it is improved efficiency, greater productivity, eliminations, and no coding background. So the more information is, we can provide you class notes with pictures and diagrammatic flow explanations, the whole training text in a single notebook. So additional bonus we can provide us. So fingertip materials, all materials will be available in the common cloud drive, including video recordings, class notes, and documentation software. So in these three, we can provide you the fingertip materials. And the additional bonuses are a free interview session. The additional bonuses, free interview sessions, lifelong community support, job links, and resume preparations help professional certification guidance and getting jobs via AllPro consultancy. So the average market is for freshers 4 lakh and the experience is 5 lakhs, and for 3 years experience getting 7 lakhs. So if you get any certification course, the package will be increased 50% to 40%. So learn AllPro trainings, you can learn and become a pro. And I will share you the AllPro students offer. So this is the student. I'm just going to tell that student offer prices, everything in the PPT. So first of all, full course for 30 to 45 hours, and flash courses will be an maximum 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours. The training mediums for both is either Skype or Zoom. So for a full course, the normal training model is 35 to 40 hours, 30 classes. As I already said, each sessions have the 75. Each classes have the 75 minutes per day. And flash course will be the same, either Skype or Zoom, but it will be 4 to 6 hours maximum. So the market prices for the full course AWS is 30 to 35K. Flash course will be 6 to 8K. So definitely we don't provide that much of the course for who joined, who will be attend the webinar. So our price is normally it's at 20,000 for 35 hours course, and for flash course we have the 4,000. So in the sessions who attend the webinar, so 60% offer we can provide. For full course, so 13,000 only for 35 hours. Who enrolled immediately within the 2 days, you will get the 60% off. And the flash course, you will get the 90%, which means a 999 only. The 999 offers only in the 15 minutes. You can enroll it. If anyone want, I will share my number. And interested people, let me know. So I will share my number in chat. Hope everyone will get numbers. If anyone want to enroll, please reach out me via WhatsApp or during the call. I will be answer you. The special bonus who going to be take the course from our enders. So free interview sessions, resume preparations help, the professional certification guidance, lifelong community support, LinkedIn recommendation, job guidance. These are the special bonus who taking the course from our end. Your special advantages: the clear your queries at any time with a trainer, and training at your preferred time, recorded videos and class notes with the documents. So already, as I said before, so getting the package with certification course, it will be 30% and 40% increase and 50% increase. Based on the experience, you will get increase. And a small step can you change your life. So think and enroll your course. So not even the AWS, you can enroll all our courses, software courses. As already I shared you what are the courses we are having. So if you have anyone to enroll, please reach out me by WhatsApp. So thank you. This is our payment link. If you want to enroll your flash course, note on the payment link, and you can call it out me at any time by WhatsApp. And then I will share you our few more reviews. A few more reviews. This is that APY Fluxy trainer candidate review. So working professional review. I have completed the APY Fluxy Capture Administration Stations Foundation courses from the AllPro Training Institute. So this is working professional review for ABBY Fluxy Capture 112. This is for UiPath review. So I have done UiPath Institute. They were good training, and the trainer called me as well. So if you want other courses also, you can reach out us. So this is the Blue Prism working professional. We will share you the YouTube link and our website, Instagram profile, and Facebook link. So subscribe our channel, and you can visit all the webinar, not even the AWS, other courses also we are providing. So reach out to YouTube channel. You will get more details about us. So I will share you the feedback. So please fill the feedback. Who are the fill the feedback? For those people only, we will share the e-certification by email within the week. If you not get that, if you not get the e-certificate, you can ping me by WhatsApp. I will send you again. But without the e-certificate, without the filling the form, we won't send you the any certificate. So I will share you the feedback form and filled it. Let me know once it's done.
Mubin, you will share the feedback form in the WhatsApp group, right?
No, I will not share. I will share you now in the chat box. So I won't share any feedback in the group. So I'm just shared you in the chat. Hope everyone receive the form link and my contact number. Again, I ping you my contact number. So can you confirm everyone receives my number and form link as well? Please, at least reacted on my chat so that I can understand everyone receives my message.
Yeah, we have received the form as well as your number. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for the confirmations. If you have any doubts about courses or other courses as well, reach out me by WhatsApp. And if you want to enroll a flash course and full course in our institute, just reach out me. We can send you and we can tell you the procedures. Sorry. Okay. Thank you so much for attending the webinar because the sessions was more interactive with you people. So thank you for the patience and thank you for listening. And if you have any doubts, you can reach out me and we will connect with a trainer if you want to know more about the course details. Please tell difference between and full course versus flash course. Yes, sure. I will share my screen again and I will explain you. Maybe you will get more clarification. So this is the full course. The full course you will get detailed manner, which means 35 hours to 45 hours. And each class, 30 classes you will get and 75 minutes per day. This is the full course. The flash course will be 4 to 6 hours totally. The basic, we will explain in the basic manners only. It's not a deep classes, only for basic things. Hope the money content will understand. You have any other doubt, Manikandan? Do you have any questions to ask? Hope everyone understand that what is the full course and flash course. If you want to enroll the flash course, it's a 999 package only in the 15 minutes. If you want to join, just let me know or ping me in WhatsApp. I will send you the process to join. And if you want to, yeah, thank you. If you want to flash full courses also, let me know. If you want other classes also, you can let us know. So I understand now. Okay, thank you so much, Manikandan. Yeah, anyone having other doubts? Because I shared the form, I shared the contact number. Please fill the form. So who fill the form? Those candidate only. We will share the e-certificate by email. So you can check within the within the week. We will send you most 2 to 3 weeks. Sorry, most of the time is 2 to 3 days. We will send within the 2 days. We will send you. So form submitted, Dhanvi. Thank you. We'll share you the e-certificate as soon as possible. So please, everyone, share your feedback, and if you have any doubts, you reach out to me. So thank you for joining all. A great evening to you all. So thank you so much. If you want to know about more details, just ping me and contact me. Thank you all. If you have anyone doubts,
beautiful webinar. Thank you.
Thank you so much.